Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check. Ready? I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check nine, check nine. Check. Lucky.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And not much to speak of. Call it a one-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3 down. Kill.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
He's crashing. Ringo. He's checking crash. Slam.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 23-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones.
That automatic spin. Oh, my goodness.
27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for Packers. First down.
Heck, what's your record?
First and 10.
Yo, it's me too.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Oh my
Almost able to
goodness,
intercept
dog.
it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's
They
what he's got to be
almost
happy to
always
have back.
catch
There wasn't a
off
hole
the
open in
tip.
the zone.
So,
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This shit
So
is
second
almost
down, still 10
guaranteed
yards to
when the
go.
ball
Ball on
is
the
tipped.
43.
He's turned into fucking
Rodgers with a
Superman.
give. It's Aaron Jones. On to tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Rodgers going to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Fucking go.
To the end zone, touchdown, Green Bay.
I called a
Dallas
timeout. The
Goedert,
fuck?
his
Whatever,
first
man.
touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take
Thank
it.
you,
Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 29, Cousins.
Thank
And that'll
you.
be incomplete. We do have a penalty
grounded,
flag
man.
down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
50 wants to smooth. 50 wants to move. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
To throw is Cousins. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith.
He caught
First time
it?
these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Oh my goodness, dog.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to
Madden?
yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On second down now. It's Cook, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run. Cook. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is first and goal from about the 8, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Oh, my goodness.
Adam Thielen, his first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Working from the gun. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People to kiss it on the ground.
Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Returnable here for Davis. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Fucking Harrison Smith, man.
Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oh, my God.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again. Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And that's caught inside the 35.
What?
That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a great job of work.
I hate that, man.
He tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Okay, what the fuck kind of back end is that?
He'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. First.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah.
Of course, man.
Certainly
You got
like
to
it.
be
Indeed,
shitting
here come
me.
the flags.
Come
We looked at
on,
each other right
man.
away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post.
Oh, my
because
goodness,
officials always tell you,
dog.
I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Cook following the penalty.
Thank you.
A minuscule gain of maybe
Somebody
a yard from the 6 to
fucking-
the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
What?
Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
All right.
Adam Thielen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead.
Oh.
They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because
Oh,
if they don't,
Jackson.
it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
All right.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Okay,
that'll be incomplete with 11
nobody
seconds remaining now. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third and
nobody
short.
wants the ball. Like nobody wants the ball apparently.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Whatever.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line.
Wow.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Looking for more on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Now and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Cousins from the gun on third. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Davis now to return it. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Rodgers. The pressure gets to him again. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
To throw is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Again, it's Cook. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Shrugs off another. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. 10.
Thank you. Somebody, like,
so
yo.
As he takes it all the way
Apparently,
to the 2-yard line. A big play
that's
there out of Cook.
absolutely ridiculous.
84 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They run. Abdullah. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
That's absolutely asinine.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
All right.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Unbelievable.
He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt until now.
Now look at Rodgers. Lost the football.
What?
And the Vikings pick up the football.
You gotta be kidding me. What is that?
At the 6-yard line, excellent field position.
What is that? What?
24-7.
What is that?
So 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
I don't know what that fumble was, but...
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Abdullah. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptom. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Kendrick, one-handed pick.
Linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The second down run for Abdullah. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! Amir Abdullah with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point.
All right.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Vikings 34. Packers.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Whatever, man.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Here's Rodgers.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing it.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First. Check 93's the mic. Hey, high 7.
On first down, Abdullah. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They run with Abdullah. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Throwing, Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. B.J. Goodson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They'll run with Madison, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Madison. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. On the run, Abdullah. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, well.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.